Welcome back, artists. Today we are going to get started on our Celtic Knotwork practice sheet. When we are finished with our work today, you're going to have a design that looks like this and then a design that looks like this in the L shape. Couple rules that you need to follow. You must have 4 dots to make a parallel line. Touching parallel lines are at angles or they're perpendicular. And then when you get to curves, which is the last step, 1 wall is a small curve, 2 walls is a big curve. Here is a big curve because there's 2 walls. This one's a small curve because there's only 1 wall. So to get started, you're going to put your name on your paper and your class code. And we have this already started for us. What you're going to do is you kind of just work your way by making T's. So this row is finished, right? Because there's no more 4 dots. There's no more 4 dots inside the box. Here I have 4 dots. I need this to be perpendicular. So I'm going to draw my lines in the middle. Here I have 4 dots. This has to be perpendicular, so I'm going the opposite way. Here I have 4 dots, perpendicular, and then opposite. So you're sort of making like T's or capital letter I's as you draw between the dots. So this one here does have 4 dots, so I can go here like this. And I'm just gonna continue this pattern. This is vertical and horizontal, so now I need a horizontal. Right, now this doesn't have 4 dots. Now I can go down here, 4 dots, vertical, then horizontal. So it's sort of woven like it's opposite, vertical, horizontal. It's easiest if you just kind of go in rows until you can't draw anymore. Oh, I should have one here, like that. If the lines overlap, you want to stop that first. Now here is a wall, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. So you're going to do this line here because there are 4 dots. There's one here, so I can go with this way. But this one only has 3. This only has 3, 3, and 3. So that's all that I'm going to do. Now you can continue to do this to fill the whole paper, and then we'll talk about our curves. Now that I have all of my parallel lines in, wherever there are 4 dots, I've done parallel lines. You do want to try to work on being consistent in thickness. So I have a little bit of variation in some of these. So that's something that you can work on to make it look more consistent. Now we're going to do the curves. When you have 1 wall, you do a small curve. So along this edge here, I have small curves. So I'm going to go around this dot, and then I'm going to tie it in and try to make it look like it meets up with this other one. So this one here is going to meet up with this one here. This one meets up here. So this is how they meet up. So it makes it look like it's woven within itself. Now here is 2 walls. So I'm essentially putting a U on here. So I'm doing sort of like a U-turn, going all the way around and then coming back. Now I can continue on my edges, doing half. Sometimes if you've drawn too long, like I have these lines in here, I probably want to get rid of them. And then here I have my U going all the way back. So the key is to try to make sure these lines line up with what is coming. So these 2 match up here, these 2 match up here. So I try to make them line up as best as I can with my eye. And then once I have all my curves in, then to really make it pop out and to sort of disguise those dots that helped us make this design, we're going to be coloring the negative space. So remember, in art, the negative space is the area that is empty, but the negative space in this case is the area that does not have the little rope in it or the weaving in it. And then here around this box, we also have to do some curves. In here is a U curve, Here's a U, or a small one. Small curve, big curve. Oops, that doesn't line up right. This needs to go to the other side. Big curve. Here's a little curve. Little curve. Big curve. Little curve. All right, so now I have my design done. The next thing I do is I color in the negative space. So I would get a marker or a Sharpie, and I'm just gonna be coloring in all of this negative space to really help this pattern pop out.